Hello student. Okay, so today we will discuss some remaining question answer, that is from the exercise 6.3. Okay, last class we have discussed up to question number 4. Yes, up to question number 4 we have discussed. So today we are going to discuss from question number 5. Okay, so for the 5 number question we have given that diagram. See the diagram. The diagram is given what? Here it is given PQ parallel to SR. That means this line and these two lines are parallel. Moreover, we have given one condition: the PQ perpendicular to PS. That is, this line PQ is perpendicular to PS. Okay. Now we are asked to find what? We have given two angle. Angle Q SQR is given. SQR value given 28 degree, and we are asked to find angle QRT also given, and we are asked to find angle X and angle Y. Clearly this is perpendicular, so this angle is 90 degree. Okay, so we got already one angle value. Now we need to find X and Y. So first thing, we know PQ parallel to SR given. As PQ parallel to SR, so we can say that PQ also parallel to ST. This implies PQ parallel to ST. As PQ parallel to ST, that means you can say QR is the transversal. QR is the transversal here. That is this QR, the QR, this line is the transversal. So angle PQR equal to angle QRT. Why these two angles are equal? Because they are the alternate interior angles. So we can write alternate interior angles. These were alternate interior angles. Secondly, we have given, see, angle PQR, that is this angle, that whole angle can be written as a what? X plus 28 degree. So we can write as a what? X plus 28 degree, and this is QRT given 65 degree. So X equal to what? 65 degree minus 28 degree. Okay, so we will get the answer out of what? 37 degree. So we got the value of X equal to what? 37 degree. Now as we got the X value 37 degree, so if we see the triangle PQR, this is the upper side triangle PQR, that triangle, then we can see that two angles are given. One is 90 degree, and just now one we have got X equal to 37 degree. So if two angles are given, then we can find the remaining one angle by applying the angle sum property. So according to the angle sum property, what we know, that sum of three angles of a three interior angles of a triangle is always 180 degree. So we can find, so in triangle PQR, we can write as a what? Angle QPS plus angle PSQ plus angle SQP. Okay, so you will get what? Equal to 180 degree. So QPS value given 90 degree, and PSQ means Y value, and SQP just we have got 37 degree equal to 180 degree. Okay, if we do the calculation, we will get 90 plus 31, 27 degree plus Y equal to 180 degree. So Y equal to what? 180 degree minus 127 degree, or you will get answer is what? The answer will be 53 degree, which is our required Y value. Okay, so we are asked to find X and Y value. We got X and Y value. Okay, see the next question. In the next question we have given PQR is a triangle. Okay, the PQR triangle is now produced to, the QR side is produced to S. As the QR side is produced to S, then what happened? That QRS exterior angle bisector and that angle Q bisector, that means RT and QT, they both intersect at point T. Okay, and we are asked to find what? We are asked to find QTR equal to half of angle QPR. Okay, we need to find this. So before finding that, we know one thing, that QRS is an exterior angle of the given triangle PQR. Okay, that means the sum of this angle and this angle, that means the sum of two interior opposite angle, is always equal to the exterior angle. So we can write PQR is a triangle, angle PRS is an exterior angle, Now we are asked to find what? We know that by the theorem, angle QRS equal to angle PQR plus angle Q plus and Q PQR plus angle QPR. Okay. Now do one thing. Multiply half to the both side. That means when you multiply the half here, half QRS equal to half of PQR plus half of QPR. Sorry, it is half of QPR. Okay. See, as we multiply the half, so QRS, that means angle QRS. Wait a second. Make here it is PRS. Okay. PRS, that is this angle, not QRS. Okay. So PRS, also make it as a PRS. Now PRS means what? QTS. Okay. So PRS means what? QTS. PRS, not QTS. PRS will be what? Half of the PRS. That means when this is a bisector, so you will get what? Angle TSR. So angle TSR equal to, now half of the PQR. PQR half will be what? Angle TQR. Angle TQR equal to plus half QPR. We can't change this because QPR is not there any bisector. So you have to get simply angle QPR. Okay. Again now compare this triangle, angle QTR. For a triangle QTR, TRS is also a exterior angle. So again in triangle QTR, angle TRS is an exterior angle. Okay. Since it is an exterior angle, that means what you can do? Angle TRS, this is like TRS. Here it is TRS, here it is also TRS, equal to angle TRS equal to angle TQR, angle TQR plus angle QTR. TQR plus angle QTR. Give this equation number 1 and give this equation number 2. Okay. So now clearly you can see that the one number has TRS and two number also has TRS. So compare 1 and 2. So from 1 and 2. So from 1 and 2 what you will get? See, first thing you will get, no need to write the left hand side. As the left hand sides are equal, then we can compare these two sides. So angle PQR plus half of angle QPR equal to angle TQR plus angle QTR. Okay. So TQR is here and here it is also TQR. So we can cancel them. So remaining only what? Half of angle QPR equal to angle QTR. Or you can simply write angle QPR equal to half of angle QPR, which we are asked to prove. So this is the proof of the question number 6. Okay. So this exercise is finished with this question. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about some theorem of chapter 7, that is chapter triangles. Okay. So here we have to discuss some theorem also there. First thing, see this congruence of triangle. In the chapter triangles, we are going to study about congruence of triangles. Okay, that means congruence. Congruence means what? We are going to study about congruency of two triangles. Okay, now two triangle congruency means what? When suppose you have given a ABC is a triangle, and also you have given another triangle PQR. Okay, so if ABC all the angles are equal to the corresponding angle of PQR, and all the sides of the ABC are equal to the corresponding sides of the angle triangle PQR, then this is known as these two triangles are said to be congruent to each other. Let me explain. Suppose you have given P, Q, R, one triangle. Again you have given A, B, C. Okay, clearly the corresponding angle of P is A, the corresponding angle of Q is B, the corresponding angle of R is C. Okay, also this side corresponding that these two sides, and these are the side. So as these are the corresponding angles and side, so what will happen? These two triangles will be congruent because all the parts of these two triangles are exactly same. Okay, that's why they are said to be congruent. Now question is how to write the congruence. Okay, so we no need to write the congruence word. So to meaning the congruency, we have to write simply like this way. This is the symbol of congruency of two triangles. Okay, now there are some criteria are there when two triangles are said to be congruent. So let me explain that. So as per the syllabus of new syllabus, which are as per the new syllabus, because 30% syllabus has been deleted by the CBSE because of what? Because of the coronavirus pandemic situation, the regular classes are not going on. Okay, so CBSE has deleted 30% of from the regular syllabus. So as per that new notification, now the theorem proofs are not necessary. Okay, that means now we are not required to prove the theorem, but we must have to understand, or we must have the basic concept about the particular theorem, because the proof is not necessary, but we need to apply that theorem to solve some maths. Okay, so see first criteria when these two triangles will be congruent. First, side angle side, or you can say SAS. This is the what? Suppose you have given two triangle A, B, C, and here it is given P, Q, R. Okay, if this side AB corresponding side PQ, these two are equal, then suppose this angle B and corresponding angle Q are equal, then suppose BC and QR, these two corresponding sides are equal, then they will satisfy that side angle side rule, and therefore triangle ABC will be considered as a congruent triangle PQR. Okay, next one, another condition is there, and this is what? Angle side angle side angle, or you can say ASA. For this, what we need to do, see, suppose you are given two triangles like that, PQR or ABC. Okay, so angle side, that means suppose angle P, the corresponding angle of P in this triangle A, and then side, suppose this PQ side, the corresponding side of PQ is AB, and another angle, suppose like that, this angles, and here it is B angle. If they are equal, then these two triangles will be considered as a congruence by the angle side angle rule. Okay, and last one we have angle side. Last one we have angle side. So to understand that, we need to see what is angle side rule. Okay, angle side. Okay, so how to understand this? See, suppose you have given A, B, C, and you have given P, Q, R. Angle side means what? Suppose A angle is equal to angle P, and angle B is equal to angle Q. Okay, so one side, suppose this side and this side, or this side and this side, just one sides are equal, then you can say that these two triangles are congruent by the rule of angle side. Okay, so these are the theorem we need to learn or we need to understand to prove congruency of two triangles. Okay, so now we have to do some exercise from 7.1. There are some questions are given, so we need to do that. First one, exercise 7.1. First question is given what? We have given a quadrilateral like that. Okay, this is the quadrilateral given A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. The quadrilaterals are given A, B, C, D. So here one condition given, AC and AD are equal given, and AB is the bisector of angle A. Now these are the bisector of angle A. Okay, so see, given, we have given what? AC equal to AD is given. Okay, and AB bisector of angle A given. So as these are the bisectors, so these two angles are equal. Now we are asked to prove triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD. So we have to write like that: in triangle ABC and triangle ABD. So ABC, AC equal to AD, it is given. Then angle BAC equal to angle BAD. Since why? AB bisector of angle A. AB is the bisector of angle A. And one thing is important. See, it is new for you. This side AB is also in the triangle ABC, and this side is also in the triangle ABD. That's why this side is the common side. Okay, that means AB is common side, and common side always equal. Because why? Because AB is equal to itself, so we can write AB equal to AB. Why? The condition is common side. Therefore you can say triangle ABC congruent to triangle ABD, and the condition is what? Side angle side. We have satisfied side angle side rule, so you can say SAS rule. Okay, also we are asked, what about the BC and BD? Now see, the BC and BD, these two are the what? These two are the part of that congruent triangles, na? So when the parts of the when two triangles are congruent, then the parts of that triangles are always become equal. So you can say as a what? We are asked to say what? We are asked that what about BC and BD, na? So you can say as a what? That BC is always equal to BD. The condition is what? CP. Now maybe question asks that what is the CP? CP means what? Corresponding part of congruent triangle. That means when two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding all the parts become equal. So it is say CP in short. Okay. So let's take another question. Suppose question number 2. We have given one more diagram is given here as a quadrilateral also it is given. So we are asked what? This is the diagram like A, B, C, D. This is given. Then these are the diagonals. Okay. Now we are asked what? AD equal to BC given. AD equal to BC given, and angle DAB. Angle DAB and angle what is given? Angle CBA. This angle. These two angles are equal given. Okay. So in triangle, we are asked to prove triangle ABD congruent to triangle ABD congruent to triangle what? BAC. So ABD means what? This triangle, and BAC means what? This triangle. Okay. So to understand that, okay. So to do that, see, first one, in triangle ABD and triangle BAC Okay, what is given? BC equal to AD given. It is given. So BC equal to AD. This one already given. Then you can say angle CBA. This angle CBA is equal to angle DAB. This is also given, okay. And lastly, you can see that this side, the side AB is common for the both triangle. And already I have told you that the common sides are always equal. So we can write AB equal to AB. Why? Because they are common side. So as they are common side, so you can say what? Triangle ABD congruent to triangle BAC. Okay. So along with that, we have given prove that BD equal to AC. Now see BD side. This is the BD. Okay. And AC is what? That one. Clearly, BD and AC are the corresponding part of these two congruent triangle. So we no need to prove that again. Simply we can write BD equal to AC. The condition will be what? CP because these two are equal by the corresponding part of congruent triangle. And lastly, we have given what? Triangle angle ABD. See, angle ABD. This angle and angle BAC. So ABD is there and BAC is also there. Okay. So ABD and BAC. Okay. These two will also be equal because of what? Because they are also the corresponding part of congruent triangle. So that last 2 number and 3 number become automatically equal because already we have proved that two triangles are congruent and these are the parts of the two congruent triangle. Okay, so these two are now equal. So that's all for today. Okay, I hope you understand this. So thank you.